Greetings, fellow geeks, nerds, and whatevers. I always especially like that last one. Gonzos of the world unite! As always, I am your host, Sean Cronenfeld, and welcome back to Unrpentant Geeking, the show where a geek can be a geek. Sort of. Welcome back, because this isn't actually a episode of Unrpentant Geeking, but hey, it's been a while, hasn't it? And because it's been a while, I thought it would be worthwhile to check up and give you all the happening on what has been happening. And the timing felt especially apt considering what's going on right now. Just this awesome little thing called A Voice from the Dark. Yeah, this is why other people edited the radio drama, because, yeah. Seriously, though, Voice from the Dark, awesome radio drama, going up all over the web right now, especially on Atop the Fourth Wall. If you haven't listened to it yet, if you haven't started the adventure, I can't recommend enough you do so. Anyways, back to me and my humble little channel. It's been a while. And it's been a while for good reasons. Basically, the long story short is a lot of things have kind of come together in my life to necessitate taking a bit of break from Unrepentant Geeking. But I want to be clear, it's only a break. The show is coming back, and it's coming back, I genuinely believe, better than ever. To give you a quick summary, partially I had decided I wanted to refocus the show, figure out a better direction, put more effort into things. I am continually blown away by my colleagues. I almost hesitate to call them colleagues because I'm not sure I'm worthy of being called their colleague. People like Linkara, Lindsay Ellis, Movie Bob, Movies with Mikey. They are so many people out there doing such amazing stuff, pushing up roses. I could go on. Trust me, I watch a lot of people and I watch a lot of awesome stuff, and I don't always feel like mine matches their level of output. And I wanted to rededicate that, and I feel like I'll have an opportunity going forward because of a couple other things that are happening in my life. For one, I've been living with my folks for the last 15 plus years. I'm not ashamed of it. There were very good reasons. I took a year off college and tried to live on my own. It didn't go well, and eventually went back to college and got several different degrees. Then attempted to become a freelance writer. That didn't go super great either. And across all this period of time, okay, let me back up just a real sec. I do want to say, even though, you could argue how it ended, I have nothing but, all right, not nothing, but I have plenty of fond memories of my times with Blistered Thumbs and then later Channel Awesome to a lesser degree. Regardless, I don't regret that time, but it did end with me being able to become a full-time employed writer. So I went back into the regular workforce, continuing to make videos on the side, and eventually I found a job at a place I really like and respect, run well. It's a good company. I'm not going to say what it is because that's my personal life, and I don't really want it intruding here. My professional life is different from this. But regardless, it's a good place. I really like the job I'm doing. It's not necessarily my dream job, but it's a good job. It pays well. It's a job where I'm helping people. It's a relatively important job, I think. And I'm proud of it. And I'm getting promoted at that job after working there full-time for 2 years and starting out as a temp. So obviously, and I'm going into a month-long training on July 8th. So that should give you some idea on that. And I'm moving out of my folks' home on July 1st. Yeah, I feel really secure in this job. And right now, my commute is like an hour and a half long. All right, more like 50 to 60 minutes. Closer to 60, 65 on a bad day. And there's been a lot of bad days lately because there's been a lot of construction going on here in Phoenix. Regardless, that's not the longest drive in the world, but it ain't short either. The place I'm moving to is literally, and I have timed this down to the second because that's just the kind of person I am, it is literally 5 minutes away from where I work. So, on a minimum, I'm getting a couple hours a day back in my life. And I won't have to go on the freeway, and I won't have to do all the things that are exhausting and draining. So, yeah, between all this different stuff, and between me moving out, and between the changes at work, good changes, but changes nonetheless, and all this that's been happening, I kind of needed to take a step back, and that coincided well with the fact that, yes, I wasn't entirely thrilled with my last year or so or more of output. I stand by what I said largely. I just felt like I could have been doing it better, putting more effort into it. And so, to that end, I will be relaunching sort of I don't even know if that's the right word to put it. I'm going to be continuing my break until September. Okay? Now, that isn't to say I won't possibly post some videos up between now and then. There are some things I want to talk about. There's a new show on Disney Channel, Amphibia, that I really want to talk about. But largely, I'll be still stepping back from making videos. And when I come back in September, I'm going to be launching a new show. Star Wars, the new canon. This is going to be my deep dive into everything in the new expanded universe that is Star Wars since the Disney buyout. And if you haven't been paying attention, if you've only seen the movies, or even just the movies and the TV shows, trust me, there's a lot of great stuff you're missing out on, and I can't wait to dig into it, dive into it. This isn't necessarily going to be a chronological look at the show. This is going to be me trying to do some deep dives and try and explore different ideas and themes via the books and comics and radio dramas and various aspects that make up the new Star Wars canon. And along the way, we'll also touch upon the old stuff, because there's no way you can ignore the old EU if you're as long a time Star Wars fan as I am. I mean, the old EU is what made me a Star Wars fan, but we'll save that for the show. I may try and get the pilot episode for that out before September. We'll see. I do have that episode written and recorded, so technically I could post it. Regardless, I don't know. I'm hesitating because I'd like to have more episodes in the can, because I have this tendency to promise great things and then not have a great follow-through. I'm also working on another show. This one is a lot more in the early stages. All I will say is that it's going to be focused on probably my single greatest love in terms of culture, in terms of entertainment, in terms of whatever. More so than Marvel, more so than Star Wars, more so than superheroes, more so than musicals even. Something that actually can encompass all those things and more. Animation. This is going to be an animation focus show, but I really want to do this right. I am doing deep research. I am reaching out to other people. I'm really trying to go deep into this. And so this show, which I don't even have a name for yet, won't be launching before 2020. I can tell you that much. No way in heck. I want to do this one right. And to do this one right, that's going to take more effort. Also, there will be a new place where you'll be able to find stuff from me. I'm going to be starting up writing essays about the filmmaking process, digging into it, and specifically using my own experience as a film student, as somebody who got a degree in film and television production, and what that meant, and somebody who has been a student of film for a very long time, and somebody who's got degrees in it, and blah, blah, blah. It's going to be fun. I'm working on a wide variety of stuff. Some will examine different shows on television, different movies. Some will dig into the process of creation. And it's not just going to be film or television. There'll be talks about books, about adaptations, about how you do that. Some will be drawing upon my own personal experience. One of the earliest parts of this upcoming series will be a 3-part essay where I lay out a vital school experience I had in film school and how it's colored a lot of how I view film and indie filmmaking in particular. So there is definitely more stuff coming from me. That may be launching in August. It's not entirely up to me. These will be essays which will also hopefully have a video component, but the video component will not be, I'll record it, but I won't be editing or producing it. And I won't be the one, won't be posting the video, the essay part, the written essays up either. I'll leave that vague for now. I may come back later and edit this once it's launched. But for now, that should be hopefully coming in the next month or so. So, to make a long story short, too late, even when I'm trying to do a quick catch-up video, I go over 10 minutes because that's just who I am. There's a lot more coming. I am definitely not done. I am definitely not gone. And for those of you who remain, I absolutely 100% appreciate it. My audience has shrunk. There is no question of that these days. So I appreciate every single one of you all the more. And I want to make content that is worthy of you. That is worthy of all the other content amazing out there on web. Oh, this is why I'm going to start scripting things. So me talk right. Seriously though, thanks for sticking with the show. Thanks for enjoying my work. Thanks for all the comments and all the likes and whatever. For those of you who have, and I promise you, Greater things are still to come. I'm just getting started. Bet on it. So, that's going to do it for this little check-in on the state of unrepentant geeking. As always, I am your host, Sean Cronefeld, wishing you all long days and pleasant nights.